What's up, everybody? True and coming at you today with another Marvel Crisis Protocol video. And this time we're going to talk about USA versus Canada. I have a date chosen so far for the event. We're going to talk a little more in detail with that. We're also going to talk about the mini extravaganza that is happening this weekend and what do I expect for this event. And AMG, I mean, every time they do an extravaganza, it's absolutely amazing. And this one's going to knock it out of the park, I think, with everything they have planned here for the entire event. But if you guys can do me a favor, like, dislike, comment, subscribe, give me your thoughts down below. And of course, I'm always gonna have MCP content. And if you guys can, also in the description, I am a part of the Danger Room podcast. I don't know why I've never mentioned this. I'm not really good at the promoting stuff. I need to get better at that. I am a part of that podcast with Mike DeLuca, Jacob Deaton, and Sploosh. If you guys can take a listen, the description to the podcast is in the description down below. Click that, give us a listen. We do a lot of really great content, talking about competitive, talking about tournaments that we go to, current meta of the game, stuff like that. Like we really have a good time talking about that. We put a lot of work into it. So if you guys can show some love, go out there and take a listen to it, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So let's get into USA versus Canada. Leaf and Jacob Deaton are the captains for America and Canada respectively. You know, it's going to be really hype, and I can't wait to see it because there was a lot of chatter when I was streaming one of the games between USA and Canada, and I want to get it on and popping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see what it is. You know what I'm saying? Who is the true number one in the North? That's what I want to see, like in North America. I want to see who the best is between the two nations. So date for the event, I need to DM them. I haven't yet, but I'll just talk about it in the video now. It's gonna be December 10th. If either have an issue with that date, please let me know. We can choose another day that works for both of them. It's gonna be a one-day event. It's gonna be best 3 out of 5. It's gonna be really cool. We're gonna see some hype matches. We're gonna see some trash talking. At least I hope we get some trash talking. It's gonna be fun. And if anybody's interested and wants to join and stream these matches, I can't stream all 5 matches at the same time. I wish I could. I can't. I don't have that ability. Feel free. I don't mind, man. If anybody wants to have a good time streaming games and commentating, go for it. Yeah. So that's it. And also team composition. I need to talk about this. America needs to have Americans, right? And Canada needs to have Canadians, right? We can't have European players play for Canada and vice versa for America, right? I want it to be a true America versus Canada match. Not that anyone said that, hey, can I bring this, whatever. I just want to make that clear, right? Yeah, I don't want anybody to have like Pat Dunford and then like have Rich Mitt on the other side. Like, no. Canadians, Americans, please, guys, if you guys can. And I just figured I need to mention that. But yeah, so December 10th, and also if you guys can, by November 11th, I know Jacob Deaton's pretty busy with the WTC stuff, but if either one of you guys can get me your teams by November 11th, get it all filled out and ready to go. What I want to do is bring you both on to the channel, and I want to go ahead and do a video with both you guys announcing your team members, with you included, by the way. So it's you and 4 other Americans, and then Leaf and 4 other Canadians. So if you guys want, I want to do that, like we can live stream announcing your teams, and yeah, it should be fun. So guys, Deaton and Leaf, if you guys don't watch this video, don't worry, I'm gonna DM you guys and let you know what's going on with that. And prizes and giveaways will be announced later. Right now, I just need to wait for the wedding to calm down. Once the wedding happens, I have a better understanding, or what I can do and what I can get for you guys and for the teams as well. So that's out of the way. All right, December 10th, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Mark it on your calendars. USA versus Canada, unless it changes. Mark it down on your calendars, okay? But yeah, let's get to the mini extravaganza. What I expect. First off, extravaganzas are always great. They always deliver. Even when I was down on the extravaganza last year, and I don't hide that from anybody. Even when it was still hyping. It was still good. The announcements were crazy for all the games and platforms that they have. Marvel's always, that's my game. That's my main game I'm playing. That's a game I'm gonna be playing for a really long time. I'm always gonna be looking forward to that. And I would have to say, over the past maybe year and a half, I haven't been too impressed with the communication, how often we're getting in from Marvel. Now, granted, I mean, we're at a point now where I think they've caught up with everything, and now they're, playing catch up. And this is just me speculating. And, they pushed out a new game, and they have a lot on their plate. So something's gonna take a back seat, and Marvel's been that game. Not that it really hasn't. It's just, when the game first came out, all the announcements we were getting monthly. It was crazy, dude. It was now it's just like every couple of months, and whatever, right? Now, I think with this event, this is a great opportunity for them, at least for the first hour. I mean, in the first hour that the event starts, we're starting off with the Marvel Crisis Protocol roadmap. What does that mean? In my head, what it means to me is like they're just going to lay out, I think, the next year to year and a half of where Marvel is going, and what's on the horizon, what's coming out, what's being addressed, what's being taught, like what's the direction, right? And I think this is a great opportunity to lay that all out. And talk about things that I wish were better communicated. Like, for example, when should we expect rotations? When should we expect ban restricted lists? When is this model coming out? Because we still don't have a release date for Killmonger and Black Panther and the terrain for the Wakandans. We still don't have a release date, and I don't expect. I mean, for the X-Men, Professor Xavier and all that stuff. Now they did say next year, but I don't. Maybe during the roadmap we will get that, right? Stuff like that. And do I expect any gameplay changes, like character stuff like that? No. That's just me. I'm not expecting it. I'm not holding my breath on it. I know people are clamoring and really want changes for certain characters and another update for certain characters. I know. I hear you. We all do. I do. I mean, I want a character changed every five minutes. If I can have it that way. I'm just kidding. But you get my point. So, like, do I expect that? No. If there's something talked about here with that, I would be very, very surprised and shocked. But I don't expect it, and I don't. And the reason why I say that is I know people out there in Discord or whatever the case may be expect something like that. I just gonna be honest with you, I don't. And that's why I'm not gonna expect it here at all. I'm just gonna expect them to lay out their roadmap and their plans going forward with the game, and that's just pretty much it. The next thing that I'm really interested in here is the painting Ice versus Diamond. We all know Iceman's on the way out. He's one of my favorite figs that I saw. And I can't wait. I really want to keep my eyes on that stream, just how to paint Iceman, like, make him look like he's ice. So that'd be really cool. I think that'd be really hype here. And then you got the Path of the Worthy, and we got a lot of Star Wars stuff going on here. So for you Star Wars fans, I mean, there's a lot of stuff here going on with Legion and Shatterpoint. I think you want to keep your eyes open for that. Next day, we're getting the Painting Warrior Falls and the Evolving Crisis Response. This I have my eyes on. What does this mean? And what direction are they going to take forward with Crisises? Now, we know last year they did a whole revamp on Crisises and released a few new ones, and I got to say I've been very impressed with the Crisis. Outside of a few in the game I think need to, well, just one in general that needs to be addressed, with Research Station. But, I mean, I can go on and on. I can do a video on that, talk about that later when it comes to Research Station or whatever. But I gotta say, out of all, I mean, I've had a really good time playing all the Crises in the game. I really think they revitalized the game. It really needed it, especially towards the end of last year. It was very bleak with single extracts and all that stuff. So I want to see what this is all about. Evolving Crisis Response. Like, are we gonna get proactive? Like, are we gonna get proactive with the crises? Are we gonna get like something like a new crisis like every couple of months? Like, what does this mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's got my head thinking, like, what the hell could this be, right? So I'm really interested in this right here. So let's go to the next one, the last day here. We're gonna talk about game modes galore and what does that mean. Personally, I would love to get an official 2v2 game mode. Honestly, I think the team tournaments like that, the 2v2 is really, really good and really fun and really successful. I've played them at Adepticon. My only issue with it that year was the timing of it. It was not done properly or correctly. It does take a long time, but I gotta say, man, like 2v2 is very fun in Marvel Crisis Protocol, and the roster decisions that you have to make is absolutely interesting. It is really good. So I want to know what this is talking about, and I also want to see if this is where they talk about the terrain features doing something. I know they mentioned something, and I was there at Adepticon, Well, they were talking about the Wakandan terrain features doing something in the game. I wonder if this is going to get tied in here, which I'm interested in. I've always wanted the terrain features to do something outside of being thrown or thrown into or used for positioning and all that. You know, the backstop things or whatever the case may be, or cover, whatever. I wanted it to always do something else. And the first idea, when I talked about this a couple of years ago, like the first thing that came to mind was Dormammu's orbs, right? Like the orbs that we get in the terrain features. I've always wanted that to do something. Like if you were within one, you get hexed or something, or whatever the case may be. I've always wanted something like that in the game. You know, to make it a little more interesting and like make it more alive. You know what I mean? Could you imagine if you like went up to a tank and like interacted with it or something like that, and it just shot out, and you have to defend it or something, like basically shot like a rocket or something like that, and you have to like dodge or evade it or whatever. Like I think that'd be pretty cool. But that's just that's just me. That's just where my head is going when I see game modes galore and all that stuff, and tying it back to what they were talking about with the terrain features with the Wakandans. And yeah, let's see what we have going on with Marvel tomorrow. Anyways, guys, if you guys can, like I said, that's it for me. It's all I have. If you guys can like, dislike, comment, subscribe, do all those things y'all got to do. Of course, I'm going to have more Cards Protocol content coming up. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. You guys can get me there. That'd be wonderful. I will do a live stream tomorrow after the roadmap is announced and after it's talked about. And because I really want to interact with the community and give their thoughts on everything. After it's talked about, because I think there's going to be a lot of info dump in there, so stay tuned for that. It'll be right here on YouTube. And I definitely want to talk about what's going on with Marvel, and I hope we get a lot of crazy news with the roadmap. So that will be tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. This extravaganza. Let's make it as hype as possible. Let's hope we get some really crazy good news tomorrow, and I'll catch you guys on next Marvel Crisis Protocol video. Okay, take care. Have a wonderful, blessed day.